Okay. Welcome to another episode with Astro Auto Repairs. Can you dig it? Today, we got a 2005 Hyundai XG350L. Customer complaint, check engine light on, has a series of codes, and it runs kind of rough. Let's start it up and see how it runs. Get the camera situated over here. Okay, let's see how this car runs. As you can see, it does have a rough idle. Now, according to the codes, I'm showing 2 cylinders on a misfire, but it just sounds like one. So we're gonna put our little scanner on it, check it out, and see what's going on. Before we do, let's go over here to the inside of the car. As you can see, there's a check engine light coming up. Check engine light's on. 259,000 miles. All right, let's get the action on, see what's going on here. Okay. Welcome to another episode with Astro Auto Repairs. Can you dig it? Today, we got a 2005 Hyundai XG350L. Customer complaint, check engine light on, has a series of codes, and it runs kind of rough. Let's start it up and see how it runs. Get the camera situated over here. Okay, let's see how this car runs. As you can see, it does have a rough idle. Now, according to the codes, I'm showing 2 cylinders on a misfire, but it just sounds like one. So we're gonna put our little scanner on it, check it out, and see what's going on. Before we do, let's go over here to the inside of the car. As you can see, there's a check engine light coming up. Check engine light's on. 259,000 miles. All right, let's get the Actron, see what's going on here. Okay, we got the Actron hooked up. Let's go to enter. Now what we're gonna do is go down to VIN Pacific. Let's scroll down and go up a little bit. Yeah, here we go. We're going to go down to the VIN Pacific because I like that better. So we can go down to Asian. Scroll down, try to find Hyundai. This is a 05. So right there. Keep, enter, turn the key on. The key is already on. Now let's look at the codes. Read codes, and now we will wait for the machine to link up to the computer. Okay, looks like it made connection. Okay, we got four codes. P0350 ignition coil primary circuit. P0300 random cylinder misfire. That one I'm not going to worry about too much. P0305 cylinder 5 misfire, and cylinder 2. Alright, now that we got the codes, we know what's going on. Let's go out there and pull that engine cover off, and let's check those coils first. This one got the wires on it. This system has 3 coils and 3 wires. There's no coil per cylinder. So what we need to do is find out which side is number 1. So let's pull up Mitchell and look that up. Okay, we got the cover off. Now we got a misfire on cylinders 2 and 5. And as I said, Hyundai just has, on the 6-cylinder, 3 coils, 3 wires. So, first of all, we're finding out which cylinder is number 1. We found out it's over here, the front right. Now, even though when you're facing an engine, this is the left side, but you always do it compared like if you're standing in the back of the engine. So the right side. 1, 2. This is cylinder number 2. Now what we need to do is find out, got 3 spark plug wires here. So we got to find out if this wire that I just pulled off is going to number 5 cylinder over there. 135, last cylinder. If it does, 99% of the time we have a bad coil, because this coil not only fires number 2 cylinder, but it also fires number 5. So we're gonna do, let's pull up a firing order and check that out. Okay, what I'm gonna do here is that we know this cylinder is misfiring. So we're gonna take these 2 wires, pull them out just a little bit, just so you can see. Start the car up, and we're going to bring these wires back. We should see or hear a spark coming from the coil to the wire. Do not do this by hand or you will be calling an ambulance. So, get a long stick, nothing metal. So, let's start this up and see what we got. You can see I got a branch from the yard. As long as it's metal, anything, this is what you're going to use. Now what you're going to do is back the wire up. If you can hear it, you can hear the spark. We know that cylinder's firing, but that's not the cylinder in question. That cylinder we know is good already. What we want to do is go back over here. Got this off? Nothing. Actually, I'm confident now. Oh, that one came off a little bit. Let me pull that back up. I'm confident now where I can grab this by hand, pull it apart, nothing. I know we got a bad coil. So, let's shut this car off, get that coil changed, and the car be perfect. Be right back. Okay, now before we replace the coil, we found something very interesting here, which all you should notice, and I don't think it's just isolated to this car. I think it's for all cars that have coils on them. We unplugged the harness from the coil. Give me 1 second here. Now, if you notice, let me see if I can, how close I can get on this. Now, if you notice on this connector, back up, you can actually see the pins inside. 3 little shiny parts on this one, and this is from the good one. Now on this one over here, I didn't really want to unplug this, but on this one we noticed that on the 3rd pin the connector was pushed back, so it really wasn't making a good connection. So we turned it over, and the red wire, we noticed the insulation was coming out, which means that pin was not all the way up. So what we did was push that wire down and made sure it made a good contact, and make sure it's still down there. Plug this coil up, plug the other one up. Now if you notice, I don't know if you're going to notice, but there's a bolt missing out of this coil and a bolt missing out of this one. What we did was swap the coils to see if the misfire would travel to the other cylinder, and it didn't. So that's what made us want to look at the wiring, look at the connector. So we got that connected. Let's go over here and start this car up. Notice, brand new, running like we just put a brand new coil in it. There's the wires, there's the coils. Car's running great. Car is fixed. Alright, so let's shut the car off. Now what we're going to do first here, we're going to go back, plug up the Actron, shut the car off, put the key on, and what we're going to do is go over here. Now last time we went under VIN specific. This time we're just going to go on the global, because that's all we're going to do is clear out the codes. So that's it right there. We're going to go on the global. Keep, enter, enter, diagnostic codes, erase the codes, so you can see the screen. The sun is blocked. There it is. Okay. Okay, test are complete. Are you sure you want to erase? Yes, we do. Command sent. Alright, now we put that down. Go up under here, unplug the Actron. Now if you look on the dash, check engine light is still on. But that's going to be on until we start the car up. Check engine light out. Car's running very smooth. We got a good fix. Let's shut it off, get that engine cover back on. We'll be good to go. Now, as you can see, sometimes if you don't check over everything, you can cause some people some money. Luckily, we caught that problem. Now, this plug can happen for coils, coolant sensors, mass airflow sensors, a lot of things. So before you literally condemn the part, you want to check your harness, check the plugs. Alright, it's another repair by Astro Auto Repairs. If we can't repair it, nobody can.